Good morning, everybody. Mark, a.k.a. the Ministry Dude, on this fine Monday morning, President's Day. Happy President's Day, everybody. Boy, I'll tell you, people, they're protesting the president, they're protesting Doge. You know, Trump said he was going to drain the swamp, and he meant it. The problem is now that he's draining the swamp, all their shenanigans are getting exposed to the light, and it's coming into focus now. You know, people can see their true colors. I don't know what's going to become of it. I mean, they got lawsuits going on now. They're trying to keep Elon Musk out of the IRS. They're trying to keep him out of a lot of stuff. If they ain't got nothing to hide, then what are they so worried about? That's all I have to say about that. You know, they said they got people protesting President's Day. You don't see Republicans out there protesting anything, do you? Even when Joe Biden was president, they weren't. You know why? Because they got jobs and they work. So once a sense of, you see, the thing is a lot of people that don't like Trump are just following the herd, you know, like a bunch of sheep. They're just following the herd. They're just going by what they hear is going on. You know, they don't actually know all the facts and everything. That's sad that people just don't get all the facts. And the facts that they do get is usually covered up by the media. The true facts, you know, they just get their hyperboil. So let's get started with reading. Today's 17th day. Oh, I was getting a little ahead of myself there. The 17th day of February 2025. Yeah, I was going for the 2025, I believe. But, okay, here's something. Look at this. February 17th. Exodus 22:9. Civil law dishonesty. Underlying the statute was the implication that judges were people of integrity. 2 days ago, we read about Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, giving such advice for Moses' selection of judges. Our present-day society has been told by many political leaders that personal character is not relevant in our office holders. Just look and you'll see. This is absolutely not true. It is an underpinning foundation for their qualifications for office. If a man is not honest, why would we want him to rule over us? Exactly. Exodus 22:11. The foundation of this part of the law is character. A man will entrust the keeping of his property only to someone he trusts, one who is known to be a person of character. Thus, when misfortune befalls his property so entrusted, an oath to the Lord is a sufficient basis to resolve the matter. Exodus 22:16. Civil law, immorality. An act of lust or passion carried with its consequences. The underlying principle in this statute, and which runs through the civil law, is that of personal responsibility. The American legal system today is grappling with this issue and with the need for reform of lawsuits based upon personal injury. One more note that the death penalty is not attached to this act of fornication. In a case of adultery, the offending party is already bound to another by marriage. The act of adultery injures the innocent spouses of both adulterers deeply. In the situation of this verse, the virgin does not belong to another, so the law applies the remedy of marriage for her security. Let's scroll down here. Exodus 23:1. Ceremonial law, Sabbaths and feasts. This section introduced religious ceremonial law. These regulations applied only to the nation of Israel in their exact detail. The underlying principles, however, teach us a great deal about what God desires from each individual. The great common theme connecting these regulations is that of total dedication to the Lord. Exodus 23:11. One would be hard-pressed to find a situation where the statute of verse 11 was observed. Underlying this instruction was God's desire to take man away from his fixation with worldly goods. If a man could refrain from tilling and harvesting the land for an entire year in honor to the Lord, he was finding freedom from his obsession with temporal goods. This is a good thing. Okay. Matthew 13:33. A parable, the leaven. Growth of God's kingdom is addressed in this parable also, but in a different way. Leaven has incredible power to expand, and apply it in this parable signifies the internal power. It is the power of God itself, seen as foolishness by the world, but possessing enormous internal dynamics. All right, we're going to conclude with Matthew 13:35. Teachings in parables fulfills God's word. Matthew 13:35. This quote is from Psalms 78:2, in which Asaph recites the history of Israel. Bringing the ark back to Israel by David is probably the historical setting for Psalms. This quote teaches us then that all the events of Israel's history serve as pictures of our instruction. Well, thank you everyone for watching today and following along with our Through the Bible readings. We hope that you get a lot out of these teachings. And we ask that you pick up a copy of Through the Bible and follow along with us. It's not very expensive. It's $60 plus tax. So I left a link by the video. Just click on the link. Check it out. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a blessed day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.